We know Brandon Graham in his 11th year with the Philadelphia Eagles. In this segment, we're going to talk about some things that maybe you don't know about Brandon Graham. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Insider Dave Spadaro. BG, looking good with that mask on. How is this new normal training camp?
You know what, man? It's cool. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and I just think that the organization did a great job, top-notch job on just preparing for this and getting ready for us to come in this building because I feel safe in here. I feel good. I feel like they really taking things serious, and they want to protect themselves just as much as they want to protect us. So, man, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
What are the keys to getting in shape for a football season now that we're doing it differently now? I mean, are there things you can do now that you're doing now that maybe you'll do for the rest of your career?
Just pushing through things, like pushing through that, just when you're getting tired, you got to build your mindset up. You got to keep on pushing through because once you put the pads on, that's a different time, to get in shape too. You think you've been in shape because you're killing the runs and stuff, but now you're playing football, you're getting people to lean on you, and, it's just a different feeling than what you've been doing. So I'm excited, man, because I think your strength coach and your coaches definitely know what it takes. And, we're blessed to be able to have a great strength coach and coaches, to be able to make sure that we are ready for first game.
Final football question before we have some fun. Do you have any sense at all what this defense can accomplish in 2020?
Man, we could be as great as we want to be. Right now, I'm telling you, so far so good. The attention to detail, the people in the back end working well together. I love their room because it seemed like Darius Slay and all those guys just already got familiar with like Rodney McLeod and those guys. It seemed like they've been together for a long time already. And, man, I'm just excited for them in the back end, excited for the linebackers with Nathan Gary. You got TJ Edwards. You got all kind of guys, man, that I feel just want to prove themselves. And so if we collectively choose to go out there every day and get better, I just believe, man, we got a bunch of hungry dogs for real.
All right, let's have some fun, BG. One of the traditions of training camp is always the rookies have to sing. Has that happened? Can you tell us who's got a great voice, who needs some work on their voice? What kind of stuff you doing with these young guys?
Right now, the young guys just making sure the room is stocked up with goodies. You know what I'm saying? And then when we get to training camp on the 17th, when we put the pads on, of course, people going to be carrying pads and doing stuff like that. But Doug hasn't started the talent show just yet, so I don't know who's our good singers. Jordan Mailata was the best one so far because, it seemed like he be in his room singing for real all the time because he hit us with some vocals, man. And I was like, what you doing playing football? You should be out there singing.
BG, 2010 first-round draft pick. Who you started that year at times? Who started? Name the other guys who were starters on that team? Do you remember?
It was Trent Cole, Jaquay Parker. Then you got Broderick Bunkley, Mike Patterson. Those was the starters in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I ended up, starting over Jaquay by the first game. And then injuries started to come in. Little nicks in here, so I ended up losing my spot after the third game because I had a high ankle sprain, and then came back against San Fran, strip sack. We won. We was out there. 2010, Quentin Michael scooped it up, touchdown at the end, and then I tore my knee. And then, man, it's been uphill ever since, but that was the toughest thing I feel like I had to deal with in my career because I haven't dealt with injuries where I had to go under the knife to get surgery for anything at that point. But I fought through it, man, won a Super Bowl, trying to win another one.
Do you remember, BG, your first quarterback sack?
Yep, it was against the Lions.
Yeah.
It was against the Lions. I ended up folding back in, and who was the quarterback? It wasn't.
It was Sean Hill.
Sean Hill.
Yep.
That's who it was. Okay. Yep. And so, I can remember that, man. And I ended up getting hurt that game too. I didn't play. I didn't finish the rest of that game because I had a back spasm. But like I said, man, it was cool because I was in Detroit and my first sack. So, man, it was special.
At the top of the Brandon Graham bucket list is getting behind the wheel and driving a NASCAR automobile. Why is that, number one? And then number two, are auto racers athletes?
I don't know if they're athletes or not, but I know they're pretty good at driving, and they got a good feel for hitting those corners at max speed. So I would love to just be in one. I don't have to actually drive it, but just to feel what that power of how they feel when they're racing.
Are professional bowlers athletes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I believe, it takes skill, man. Go out there and try to bowl if you want to, and keep that thing straight and hitting strikes all the time. I mean, it's a technique to it all, and I think that they mastered their technique, and that's just what they do every day. So I don't knock nobody that gotta hustle every day and gotta grind every day just to get perfect at something. So I will say that they're athletes.
All right, then is throwing darts an athletic event?
It is, man. You got to be special to be able to hit that bullseye, man. Like some dudes, they really good. Like you got a Steph Curry who hitting shots everywhere, golf shots, basketball shots, shots just in the garbage can. Like these guys is special, man. It's like they muscle memory is just is really good. I feel like if I practice darts a lot too, if I was out at bars and that was my thing, I'd be sweet at it too, because I'm gonna take it serious.
BG, you've played 143 games with this defense. Only 4 Eagles have played more than that since 1970 defensively. I wonder what significance that number is to you.
Man, that feels so good, man. But you know what? I got to get up on that wall. I got to get that Pro Bowl. I want to be on the first team All-Pro. I got to get some more awards, man, that I'm chasing before they push me out.
Right.
Because I'm going to go out with a fight, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm definitely excited for this year. I'm excited to lead these boys, man, and let these boys just see what it's like to push to be great, because that's what I'm striving for, to be great.
BG, final question. When you wake up in the morning, what motivates you?
My kids, my family, my wife, just them seeing me out there on that field when it's time, knowing how much work I put in, even if I was just when I'm done, when I work for somebody else, doing something else. It's just that daily grind, and then you see the fruits of it. It's a light at every tunnel, at the end of every tunnel. You just got to believe it's there. And, man, my family is definitely my motivation.
Brandon Graham, thanks so much. Can't wait to see you on the field soon. And let's get ready for September 13th at Washington, NFC East.
Let's go,
Let's go, baby. Brandon Graham, thanks so much for joining.